That's no good. Damn it. I said some shit I shouldn't have said. But here we are on part 6. Just went past the Tulalip Casino. And all that good stuff. Traffic is just crazy, and it's been like this all along. That traffic's been thick like that since I left the casino. Angel of the Winds Casino. Trying to get out of town. That's just absolutely bonkers. And since I didn't eat at the casino, now I'm hungry. Everett, the next 4 exits. We're not even close to 27 miles yet. But okay, what the heck?
KFC, original flavor, original recipe. Get it for lunch in a $5 fill-up. KFC, it's finger looking good. Does the summertime have you looking for fun activities with friends and family? Hi there. Here at West Coast Summer North, we pride ourselves on being a safe, fun, family-friendly place to hang out and learn stuff. We want to help you have more fun this summer. That's why when you mention this radio ad, you'll receive a 3-day pass to our radio.
Back down to the Yellow Ribbon Highway. And it doesn't have a sign up that says that. I wonder why not. It ought to. Oh, tie a yellow ribbon round the old oak tree. It's been long years. Do you still want me? If I don't see a yellow ribbon tied around that tree, stay on the bus, forget about us, put the blame on me. Hey, it does say it right there. If I don't see a yellow ribbon round that old oak tree. I'm coming home, I've done my time, and I've got to know what is and isn't mine. If you've received my letter telling you I'd soon be free, then you know just what to do if you still want me. If you still want me. Oh, tie a yellow ribbon round the old oak tree. It's been 3 long years. Do you still want me? If I don't see a yellow ribbon tied around the tree, I'll stay on the bus, forget about us, put the blame on me. If I don't see a yellow ribbon round that old oak tree. Now I don't know if that's what this ribbon, Yellow Ribbon Highway means, or if it has to do with the veterans of the Gulf War, or veterans of all wars, because that was a big thing back in 2003 to 2006 or 7 when Bush didn't care about them anymore. But everybody had those yellow ribbon magnets on their cars, and yellow ribbons everywhere, tied around everything. Man, I'm glad we went out north early, because it's crazy going out north now. Look at the traffic. And it's not too good going south. Jiminy Christmas, are you kidding me?
The Jackson presidency, but I'm a great fan of Jackson.
Come on, get up here, man.
And ultimately, a president is successful or a failure based not just on his policies, but on his character. And Jackson was a person of great and remarkable character. He was. And just reading about him is kind of energizing. Here he is, a Southerner. He's from Tennessee. He's born in the border of North and South Carolina. And a plantation owner. He was a slave owner. He was known to be, quote, a kind master. I know, and that whole phrase sounds disgusting. But, yes, he was part of that slavery establishment. But here he is standing up against South Carolina. In South Carolina...
Are you talking about Jackson still? He was not known as a nice, kind slave master. Why are you lying about this?
He had served as vice president with John Quincy Adams.
Oh, never mind. I know why you're lying about it. Because he's Trump's favorite president.
Because he disagreed with the president so strongly about this idea of nullification, the claim that a state that didn't like federal law could just disregard it because it was a sovereign state. So at the Jefferson birthday dinner, President Jackson
No, you can't just disregard a federal law because you want to, can you?
And at that point, the vice president gets up.
Unless it's on the right-hand side. Because if it's on the right-hand side, then by God, you can.
Next to our liberty, the most...
I mean, if you guys, you don't want the abortion so you can make that illegal in your state. You don't want marijuana to be illegal because, that's a federal law.
South Carolina comes to the White House and says, Mr. President, do you have some words you can give to your friends in South Carolina? And President Jackson said, yes, I have words. Please give my compliments to my friends in your state.
I can't move over, otherwise I would. And here comes another one, man. They're all turning to the same place, aren't
shall
they?
be shed there in opposition to the laws of the United States. I will hang the first man I can lay my hand on engaged in such treasonable conduct upon the first tree I can reach. Message conveyed.
Yep, they're both turning back to the same place the other one did.
It was Jackson's leadership that avoided the country breaking apart. And by you can look at
and now
this.
a fire truck. 2 fire trucks.
This, to me, is fascinating to think about. Because in that election, the election that made Andrew Jackson president of the United States...
I almost want to go back now.
...would have voted for John Quincy Adams, his opponent, the man that Jackson beat. Adams was a more brilliant leader.
I got 3 cars through that green light. Thank you.
Someone who had
there we got a good one. All right.
That I think benefited the country far more. And John Quincy Adams was anti-slavery. And later in his life, passionately anti-slavery. In any event, it was the grace of God that Jackson was president. Because if John Quincy Adams had been president during this crisis, the Union would have broken apart. And at that time, there was much more balance between the South and the North. And basically, we would have seen the collapse of the federal Union. Jackson kept the Union together. That's why he should stay on our money. He wasn't like a Robert E. Lee or a Jefferson Davis.
No.
He was somebody who preserved the Union.
Trail of Tears.
Who guarded it with his
Why
life.
do you forget that?
Never sought to dismantle it.
Why do you forget the Trail of Tears?
Let's go to Bill in
Why do you
Seattle.
gloss
Bill,
over
you're
that?
on the Michael Medved Show.
Yeah, can you hear me all right, Michael?
Yes, sir.
You need to read Bury My Heart at Wounded Knee, Michael.
Beautiful day up here. Just wanted to say, I appreciate you're so historically
You John Wayne
and
bitch.
accurate. I just don't know if most of the people that are supporting all these changes going on, have an affinity like you do for history. So I'm just not sure that it makes much sense for us to keep kind of removing or altering different aspects of statues or currency because the underlying theme is that it's attacking Trump and his base. I mean, am I wrong?
Yes, you're wrong. It's not attacking anyone's base because, for instance, who do you think is the biggest star of the Trump cabinet so far? And you know who it is. It's Nikki Haley, right? Governor of South Carolina.
Oh, okay.
Don't you think? I mean, Nikki has gotten rave reviews. She's been terrific. And Governor Haley, when she was governor of South Carolina, she led the fight to take down the Confederate battle flag
Yeah.
from the state capitol. because it was time. And this is what countries do. And by the way, this should not be dictated by President Trump. It should not be dictated by anyone in Washington, D.C. These should be local decisions.
Yeah.
But I'm very supportive.
Yeah,
of
if you want to keep up slave masters, that's okay. You should be able to be slaves.
To take down.
You should be able to keep slaves in South Carolina, shouldn't you?
Did you follow
Medved?
after the fall of the old Soviet Union, there were literally thousands of statues of Stalin that were left over everywhere.
How many of Hitler? How many of Hitler in Germany?
I know now they put up a new.
How many of Goebbels and Hitler in Germany?
But most of the statues of Stalin came down, nearly all of them.
Why don't you tell us about
Is that the right thing to do?
Well, probably so. I mean, but is that comparison a little, I don't know, a little overbearing?
It is, because you're right. The Confederates were not profoundly evil people to the roots of their shoes, like the soles of their shoes, like Stalin was. But here's where the comparison holds. One of the reasons that they said that they took down the statues of Stalin is there were still people alive in Russia who themselves had been persecuted and tortured and imprisoned by Stalin, whose parents or grandparents had been killed by Stalin. And guess
Why
what?
are you taking so long to get over that
In the
lane?
United States today, and particularly African
You're a
Americans,
professional
who are
driver.
very, very well aware that their grandparents or great-great-great-great-grandparents would have been kept in chains, enslaved, as less than human, treated like property, if these Confederate, quote, heroes had had their way. And I can absolutely understand, particularly in states with very substantial African-American communities, why it would be inappropriate to maintain a huge pillar 60 feet high, as they had in New Orleans, that had Robert E. Lee at the top of it. You don't honor